The move, add and change and delete process and how we would drive that for a router within inside an organization. So Nlyte supports or has a workflow system that enables an organization to build any business process they wish for any activities, whatever the changes are within inside their organization, and tie this workflow into their corporate change system. So this can be bidirectionally either driven from the change system or pushed into Nlyte. Each task or activity within that process can be associated to a particular business unit or a single person within the group. This process will drive and push the change to the relevant organizational units and people, sending them emails and basically pushing the work through. I'm now going to show you manually, so this would automatically do this to the assets, but I'm going to actually show you this manually, how and what you would see changing on those particular assets. And now I'm going to show you manually how we would do that inside the system. The first things first, inside the workflow, the user would associate or decide the device they wish to carry out the action of change on. So in this scenario, we're going to do a search and we're going to bring back this particular device or network router. When we pick on our router and we bring back that record, we can go through and we can carry out an action. So these actions can be pushed from the workflow, or like I'm showing you now, manually. You can go through and you can say, well, plan, move, recycle, decommission, or whatever your change process is. This will enable us to do a what-if model where the technician can carry out multiple scenarios for trying where they'd like to place this box. So we're going to go through with a planned move. This makes this a duplicate record, clears away any connection information about this device, ready for me to decide where I wish to put it. Now I can ask Nlyte to help, so I could do auto allocation or I could actually put it in a room, but we're going to put it into a cabinet and assume that our engineer has already decided where they're going to want to put this router. When we choose the cabinet, and we run search, this will bring back our cabinet, and once we've selected the cabinet, it will automatically go through and associate the joining connections to this router and the dependencies it has within inside that cabinet. So it's going to build our power connections, do our placement, update our rack information. Once I go to the rack, we can visualize this and see how to place it out inside the cabinet. I can pick my device, choose where I wish to place it inside my rack, see the load go up for the power and everything else, save this. Then if I view my work order for this particular device that would be associated with my workflow, we can see a before and after representation of the drawing of where it was, the new locations where it's going to, and all the instructions and information for our end engineer to say you're going to be taking this device out of this location and installing it in this new location. They would then go through, close their task within the workflow, and this will automatically move it on to the next person in the group. This process could be to drive through using Nlyte Audit to enable someone to manually go through and check this with the mobile solutions, or this could be to pass into the change management system. So once the task has been passed on to the person to actually do the physical installation and they've carried out the installation as defined within their work order, they would use the Nlyte Audit Edition where they can go in, identify the asset or cabinet that the device is in by scanning. So we can scan that in from a barcode. Once we hit and scan that in, that will then return the record inside Nlyte, inside the Audit Edition that is platform agnostic and will run in HTML5 on any tablet device. They'll be able to go in, literally look at the details for that device. Maybe they want to update some of the properties, capture some serial numbers or some more physical attributes about that device, or move it from one cabinet to another. They can go in, change the status of that device to active. Once they change that to active and hit save, that will update the Nlyte record and then complete the planned move within inside that asset within inside Nlyte.